Most of us grew up believing in the fairy tale of love, that marriage is the natural result of pure, passionate love. But what if that's not the whole truth? What if love and marriage in the adult world are far more influenced by survival, resources, and social alignment than we'd like to admit? I know, that sounds cold, even cruel. But stay with me, because sometimes facing uncomfortable truths helps us see love in a deeper, more empowering way. 1. When love meets reality. Imagine this. You're faced with two choices. Girl A, average looking, nothing special, except she's the only daughter of a billionaire. Girl B, prettier, someone you'd definitely turn your head for on the street, but she has no wealth or connections. Meanwhile, your grandparents need expensive surgery, and your siblings rely on you for tuition. What would you choose? Even if you hesitate for just 1 second, you start to realize love isn't always as pure or unconditional as we like to believe. Marriage, throughout history, has often been about resource alignment. Who brings what to the table, and how those resources can secure survival. Look back at history. In royal courts, the empress or highest-ranking consorts were rarely the most beautiful. Their value lay in the power and influence of their families. Marriage was less about romance, and more about building alliances and stabilizing empires. Sound harsh? Maybe. But even today the echoes remain. 2. Is modern love really free? We say we live in the era of free love. But ask yourself honestly, is your subconscious really free? If you're a PhD graduate, would you marry someone who never finished elementary school? No matter how attractive? Probably not. Why? Because education, worldview, and social class create a resource gap. Even wealthy families today impose strict rules on their children's marriages. Not because they're heartless, but because they understand that mismatched resources, too big a gap in wealth, education, or values, create cracks no romance can fully cover. 3. The Taoist perspective, the seen and the unseen. So are we doomed to treat love as a business deal? Not necessarily. Here's where ancient wisdom steps in. Laozi, the sage of the Tao, begins the Tao Te Ching with, the Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. In simple terms, what we can measure, wealth, status, beauty, these are real, but they are not the whole truth. They are the visible structure of life. Let's call this the have. But there's also the have-not, the invisible, unquantifiable essence that gives things meaning. A cup's value isn't in the clay, it's in the empty space that holds the water. A house's true value isn't in the bricks, it's in the open rooms where life happens. Marriage is the same. The have is the house, the bank account, the social standing. Important, yes. But the have-not, trust, empathy, shared growth, emotional safety, that's what makes love feel alive. Without it, even a palace becomes a prison. 4. Balancing the have and the have-not. So what do we do? First, let's be honest about the importance of the have. Pretending money, education, or family don't matter is naive. We all live in a system shaped by resources, and ignoring that is self-deception. But second, and most importantly, we must cultivate the have-not. Your emotional depth. Your ability to stay calm under pressure. Your capacity for love, listening, empathy. Your resilience when life knocks you down. This inner richness is a resource too. One that can't be taken away. One that makes you magnetic and strong, regardless of your external circumstances. When you bring both, solid external resources and a deep internal world, you're not just dependent on someone else's wealth or beauty. You become a complete person. And that completeness is what attracts a partner who is also whole. 5. Where is love? Love doesn't live in a billionaire's fortune. It doesn't live in a pretty face. It lives in the invisible field between two people who create trust, understanding, and shared meaning. Compatibility isn't just about money or background. It's about inner worlds that resonate. Two people who look at life with similar values, who grow together, who support each other when storms come. That's the Tao of relationships. The skeleton is the resources, but the flesh and blood is love. One without the other collapses. Together, they create wholeness. 6. The real door-to-door match. So stop asking, where is love? And stop despairing that the world is too materialistic. Start cultivating your inner Have not. Read. Reflect. Build resilience. Learn how to give, listen, and grow. When you become a person with both a strong external foundation and a vast inner universe, you'll attract someone who carries the same. That's when love becomes not just a resource exchange, but a meeting of two universes. That's the true meaning of a match made in heaven.